Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you for you people that are joining us in live on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Make sure you like, comment, and share. Join the community. For those of you that are watching it a little later, thanks for joining in. Thanks for clicking it. Again, make sure you share it. Make sure you tell people what we're doing. But anyway, what a week in the NFL, man. We're having a great freaking time. There's a lot of news in the NFL. I mean, Belichick going to the Falcons. Tomlin stays in Pitt. Mayo promoted in New England. We've got McCarthy still in Dallas. Some people can't believe what the hell is going on. Last week, the freaking games just seemed like really shitty games. I think most of the public took a bath. But you know what? We're not here to talk about any of that shit. We are here for our NFL divisional round. Pick 'em. And we're gonna sweep. I told Tristan this. I wanted to sweep this weekend. We haven't swept shit. We haven't come close to it. I want to sweep this weekend. I want to look into it, dive into it. I did a little extra research, hoping you guys can help me out. I really want to sweep this weekend. But anyway, thank you for joining us. Tristan in North Carolina. We got Donnie in Tennessee, Russell here in Texas, and we got a new picker here. His name's Brian Pearson. He is from Michigan. From Michigan. Don't hold that against him.
Yes,
he lives here in Texas now, though. He's a sports writer here in Texas. Brian, thank you for joining in. Thank you for telling your people about us, man. I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's just get on into it, man. I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really, really fun weekend. We got 4 really, really good games. Let's start. Tristan, let's do some housekeeping before we jump into it.
All right, boys. As always, we're going to start with the worst and go to the best. We have no picks from Donnie from Wildcard Weekend as he his life got flipped upside down per usual. So JJ 2-4 and 1-3. I'm sorry, 1-2 on best picks.
Oh gosh almighty.
Russell 2-4 as well, and then but 2-1 on best plays. Good job, Russell.
Okay, not bad.
And then I go 3-2 on podcast picks, but 0-3 on best picks.
Dang.
Yep. All right. And then Coach Z 4-2 on podcast picks and 3-0 on best bets.
Thanks. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Somebody's got to do it.
There it is, Coach. I see.
Well, you know, I mean, a broken watch is right twice a day, isn't it? I mean, that's right. Anyway, that's what they say. Again, this is our NFL Pick'em show. It's a divisional round, man. I'm glad everybody's here. If you are here joining us live, please comment below. Let us know what your picks are. We want to know as we go along. Also, please don't be shy. We are here to pick winners, and we're going to give you our free opinions, and that's what they are. So take them for what they're worth. I hope you enjoy it, but make sure you comment. Let us know. Let's go ahead and start with the Texans and the Ravens. I mean, I know everybody's got to be high on the Texans. C.J. Stroud, the way they looked last week, the thumping they put on the Browns. Sorry about that, Tristan. I know that hurt. But the Texans have got some wheels going. Now they get to go to the Ravens, right? I mean, the Ravens, I think it was Lamar Jackson's picked as like one of the best quarterbacks playing right now. I saw that on some sports show. But anyway, here's a little info before we go to picking. Some Ravens betting info. The Ravens are 11-6-0 against the spread this year. This season, the Ravens have one against the spread win in 2 games as a favorite of 9.5 or more. One out of 2. Raven games have eclipsed the over and under 8 times in 17 opportunities at a 47.1% clip. The Texans against the spread were 9-7-1 during the regular season. They're 1-0 in the playoffs. They don't have a win against the spread as a 9.5-point underdog or greater in the regular season or the playoffs. Out of the 17 Texans games during the regular season, 6 have hit the over, and they're 1-1 on the over in the playoffs. So there's just a little bit of information for you. Let's go ahead and take it to Donnie. Donnie, what do you think about this Texans-Ravens matchup, buddy?
I mean, I think the Ravens should win this. 9.5 is a big number in this situation. I do think they're very capable of doing it. I love the over on this play. Houston has been over more than they've been under all year. Yeah, I know the Ravens defense is stout, but Texans is coming in with the Texans are coming in with a great chance to spread the defense, get some long downfield passes, give it to Stroud. I mean, he is throwing the ball very accurate downfield, and his guys are getting open. So I really like this situation for the over. I don't know that the game can get that 9.5 point spread. The money's pretty close on both sides. So that's why the line hasn't moved a lot. If you see a line moving a lot, then you think, we see a big number like the Bucks Monday night. The line was moving all the way towards the Bucks. That game was not even close. So yeah, give me the over on this one. But if I had to choose, I'm going to take the Texans to cover because 9.5 is just a big number.
I got you. Well, let's go over and take it to the head shaker. Tristan, what do you think about this game, buddy?
Vegas is gonna eat fucking steak and lobster on the Texans. They are gonna get blown the fuck out this week. Give me the Ravens by 17 plus, and give me the Ravens to cover.
Well, this is what I said this in the Discord, and you asked me how, and I really thought, Donnie, correct me if I'm wrong. This is my opinion. The public is seeing the Texans after blowing out Cleveland. They just think they are it.
World
They're
beaters.
number one, and now they're going to the Ravens, who don't suck at all. At home, they're 6-3 at home. I just think the public is going to jump all over it. I personally like the Ravens. I like Baltimore to cover the number. Actually, I think this is where the NFL writes itself. And I think you're right, Tristan. I think the public gets hurt here. Give me the Ravens minus the 9. Russ, what do you think, buddy?
Well, I'm going to keep drinking the Kool-Aid. The Ravens did have their bye last week. They didn't really have anything to play for in Week 18. I think the first half they're going to start off a little sluggish. To a lesser degree, the Ravens have kind of had that cowboy mojo going last few years, especially with Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. They're a little bit shaky. I still think they're going to end up winning, but I give the Texans a fighting chance in this game, but I do think they're going to cover. I think the Ravens will win, pull away in the fourth quarter, but maybe by a touchdown. I don't see 9.5 points.
I got you. So you're on the Texans. Brian, our guest picker, the first time here. Let's see what Brian has to say about this game. What do you think, buddy?
I'm going to go Texans here. I feel like in the NFL, you have to pick upsets. And, I mean, we've seen it all season. We've seen it even in the playoffs with the Packers beating the Cowboys. I'm going to go Texans here. CJ Stroud, not only rookie of the year, but I think he could even be an MVP candidate. I love D'Amico Ryans. He's a player. Those guys play for him. The culture has totally changed in Houston. I'm going to take the Texans here. I'm going to say Texans 24. I think it'll be a close game. Texans 24, Ravens 17.
Damn, he's taking it on the money
line.
They're
going to win.
And this isn't just to make the Texas people happy. Like, I really believe in this Houston team. I really like Houston in this game.
Ballsy.
I'm with you with Stroud, dude. I've been a big fan for the last month. Tristan hates it that I'm a big fan of his in the last month, but I'm a big fan. I just think that now this is just where the betting world corrects itself, Donnie. Do you agree with that?
It may be, but I'm just not seeing it. I mean, I would see that. I would almost think the Sharps would be piling on this if they really thought this game was that big of a deal. And I'm not seeing it. I mean, the money's split pretty evenly. The public usually gets outbet by the Sharps on about a 70-30 margin. So if I would see this as 30% of the money coming in and 50% of the bets, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, the Ravens. But I'm seeing it pretty split. So I don't know, maybe Vegas knows something we don't.
As of right now, that's what we're seeing. Again, you people that are listening in, listening to this, make sure you can go join our Discord. Our Discord is down here on our YouTube here. Make sure you click and go join us over there because this can all change. Because we do listen to what Donnie says and we do watch the money and all that. So all this can change, but this is our pick. I just think it's the Ravens' time. So I think we're pretty much split on the Texans and the Ravens. Let's move on to the night game Saturday. Why can't the Packers do this, man?
They can.
Why can the Packers not do this? I'm with you too, Brian. Why can't the Texans do it? Why can't the Packers do it? The Packers go to the Niners, man. And this is a 7:15 start in San Francisco. San Francisco's 5-3 at home. Packers are 4-5 on the road. San Francisco, again, a big ass spread, man, for the division round. San Francisco minus 9.5, over and under 50.5. Check this out. The 49ers in 17 games this year, they have 9 wins against the spread. They have against the spread record 4-3 in their 7 games as a favorite of 9.5 points or more. They're 4-3 this season. Niners games this year have gone over the total in 9 out of 17. The Packers beat the spread 9 out of 17 times during the regular season, and they're 1-0 in the postseason also. In the regular season, 10 of the 17 Packers games went over the point total, and they're 1-1 in the postseason. Let's start with you, Russell. What do you think about this Packers-Niners game, buddy?
Well, I think that the Packers ran into the playoff Cowboys last week. I think Cowboys didn't show up prepared. Mike McCarthy didn't have the team prepared. Dan Quinn had a horrible game plan, switching from man to zone. They're about to run into a juggernaut, which is Christian McCaffrey, Debo, Ayuk, Brock Purdy, that defense. The Packers are not world beaters. Jordan Love, Dallas got no pressures. I don't even think they had a sack last week. Nick Bosa and those guys, this is going to be a blowout. This game will be over in the first half. I'm not buying the Packers Kool-Aid. I'm just a Cowboy fan. I've seen the Cowboys show up. They thought they were going to cakewalk these guys, and they were down so big in the first half they couldn't do anything. That's not going to happen with Kyle Shanahan. That's not going to happen with the Niners. They're going to steamroll these boys and run them right out of the stadium. So give me the Niners.
There you go. Brian, let's go to you. What do you think about the Packers-Niners game?
I like the Niners in this one. The Packers have really impressed me. Jordan Love, he's going to be a star if he's not already. He's really improved throughout the year. What a huge win. I mean, I know Dallas, the bed there at home. I don't know how the hell Mike McCarthy still has a job in Dallas. That's another story for later. But Jordan Love has really impressed me. But, man, I just feel like the Niners, they've been there, done that. I just feel like they're loaded on the offensive end. They also have guys on defense. I like the Niners in this one.
All right, 2 on the Niners. What do you think, Tristan? I know what you think. You want me to save you for last?
No.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
So I'm not saying the Packers can win the Super Bowl, but the Packers have a knack for finding these quarterbacks, and then they always win a Super Bowl early. Rodgers did the same thing, won it a couple years into his career. Jordan Love is playing out of his freaking mind, and Niners might escape with the 3-point win. They're not blowing this Packers team out. Give me the Packers to cover, maybe a little sprinkle on the money line.
Wow. Okay. We got 2 guys going at it. Donnie's fixing to throw up over there.
Yeah,
Donnie, speak before you throw up.
Listen, I'm not going to say anything about that. The money line is the one I don't think is possible. I think the 49ers win this game. It is one of those games, again, just like the Texans game, where that 9.5 is a very big number and it's very scary. The thing that if this game would come to an 8.5 number, teasers would go crazy. So Vegas does not want it at 8.5. They want to keep that thing about 9.5. That way, if you get a 6-point teaser, it's still 3.5. I think the game could easily get the 9.5. It could be 10. Again, in this game, I love the over. 50 points is not enough. This game could easily see 60 or 65. I'm going to take the opposite this time that I took with the Texans. I'm going to go 49ers just because I think, if anything, the 49ers defense, I think, is a little worse than Dallas, but their coaching is a lot better. So give me the 49ers, because I think they'll look at what happened to Dallas and then not do it. They'll be like, we're not playing zone. We're man-to-man all year. So, yeah, give me the 49ers to learn a little something from Dallas and give Love some headaches.
Yeah, I don't think they even washed Love's jersey after the game. He's clean. I don't think he even sweat. I don't know what the hell happened in Dallas.
I mean he was only back there like 5 plays every series.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in Dallas. For you to go into your 18th game and you're not prepared, you're doing everything wrong. I just don't understand it, man. And I'm not buying this shit. And if I'm a 49er coach, I'm sitting here looking at it going, what the fuck is happening here? Like, how are y'all that stupid to let this do? I see.
Quit beating Russell up. Quit beating Russell up.
I don't even give a shit.
No, he doesn't give
Bring
a
it
shit,
on.
dude. He's so numb right now. He's so numb. He's Aggie numb. That's how numb
I hadn't
he
even been
is.
drinking.
Yeah, but dude, I'm telling you, Love's going to get sacked 5 or 6 times here. I just think it's going to be a completely different defense. They're going to do things the right way. I think it's if it's 10 points or more, it's a blowout. I'm going to take the 49ers. I hate doing it. I hate doing this because I love dogs, but I'm going to take the 49ers minus the 9.5 and just ride off into the sunset. Because it's chalky as shit, and y'all know me, I don't like it, but I can't help it. I mean, Jordan Love had a week off, and these guys know what the Cowboys did, and that's not what to do. I think it's a completely different thing. And why McCarthy's still there, I don't give a shit if he won 12.5 games a year. If you're going to go,
in the playoffs.
I mean, if you're going to do that your 4th or 5th year and go lay an egg that big in professional sports, the fuck out of here, man. Come on, give me a break. The fuck out of here. And then other teams are looking at Dan Quinn as a head coach. Oh my god!
I know the Panthers are going to interview him. I might jump off a bridge if they fucking hire him.
Holy cow, dude! Y'all just go from bad to worse.
You're telling me.
All right, let's move on to Sunday. We got 2 left. Sunday at 2:00. We got the Bucks that are 5-4 on the road. The Lions are 6-2 at home. The spread is Detroit minus 6.5. Total is 49.5. A few notes here. Lions compiled a 12-5 record against the spread in the regular season, and they screwed me last week because they were 0-1 against the spread. The Lions have covered the spread twice this season, 2-2 against the spread when playing as at least a 6.5 point favorite. The Lions and their opponents combined to go over the point total 11 out of 17 times in the regular season. Except for last week, they screwed me. The Bucks had 11 wins in 17 games against the spread in the regular season, and they're 1-0 in the postseason. The Bucks have covered every time 2-0 as a 6.5 point underdog or greater. Out of the 17 Buccaneer games during the regular season, 6 went over the total, and the other 11 were under. So those are a few. I'm going to start with our guest picker here. Since you see the cap,
sir,
give us your input. Let us know. We know who you're picking in the game. Now tell us why.
So, I mean, I got to go with my Lions, but all bias aside, I don't see how Baker Mayfield and the Bucks go into Detroit and that atmosphere. I mean, these Detroit fans, our football team, I mean, we've been waiting for this moment for years. Like, this is it. I just don't see Baker Mayfield coming in Detroit and beating us. I'm gonna go Lions here. Like I said, all bias aside, I don't think there's any way we lose this game on Sunday. I'm gonna go Lions 31, Bucks 20, and I really like the Lions in this one. All bias aside, this is our year, man. We might even win the Super Bowl. I mean, we could beat any team right now. Like, it's just this is Detroit's year, man. This is our year.
You and Eminem, man, ride that train, brother.
Hey, that's my guy.
Hey, Tristan, let's go to you. You're fixing to pull your hair out, the little that you have.
What do you mean you could beat any team? You damn near lost to the Rams.
Hey, man, it's the playoffs, man. It's like, dude.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you,
NFL, a win's a win.
Okay, yeah, okay, I'll give you that, but I'm gonna give you this too. This is how y'all are gonna lose. Baker is fucking dealing right now. Y'all have the 23rd ranked defense in the whole league.
But he's still Baker Mayfield. Like, he's
not playing like Baker Mayfield though.
No, I know. He's playing better, but it's still, I mean, I don't think it's up to par to beat the Lions on the road. I mean, in that atmosphere, dude, our fans are rabid right now. Like,
and I think
at home in Detroit, that's a whole different animal. Like,
how would you know? Y'all haven't been there since the 90s.
That's my point. We're hungry for this. Like, we're starving for this. like I think the Eagles, and here's the thing, like I think that Bucks win was more of the Eagles crap in the bed than anything. The Bucks, okay, they're an okay team, but I just don't see the Bucks beating us at home. In the playoffs, the way we've been rolling, I just don't see it. I got the Lions in this one.
Keep your
There you go.
points. Give me Bucks money line. Baker's gonna go in there and win that game. This game, it should be more of a pick 'em this week. This game is 6.5 is way too many points. And the other thing is, in wild card weekend, there was way too many blowouts on top of that.
Yep.
So I think we're gonna get a lot more closer games. Give me the Bucks plus 6.5, and on a best bet, give me the Bucks money line.
Oh, wow. On the best bet.
Yep.
Russell, did you hear that?
Brian, don't feel bad. Tristan's used
No,
to
not at all. No,
watching.
I love it. I love it.
He's
Keep
a
it coming.
Panthers
Keep
fan.
it coming.
He's not used to seeing winning football. He knows a little something about being hungry. I'll give him that.
Hey, I'm a Lions fan.
Don't let him crap.
This is the best.
I
This is
get
the
it. Don't
best
let
we've
him
ever
crap
been.
on. Don't let him crap on your parade, man.
No,
Um,
no,
I
dude.
agree. I agree with you. The Lions are they're at home. The Bucks played an Eagles team that had already given up on their season and their coach. Lions, I think the Lions probably win this game by 14 points. So give me the Lions. Give me the points.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
So we got the two guys downstairs on the Lions. Tristan, you got the Bucks. Donnie, take it away, sir.
I know you're with me, Donnie. Fucking do it.
I'm going to say this. Brian, I don't know you. Obviously you don't know Baker. He doesn't have the heart to go. He doesn't have the wherewithal to go into the Lions. This is the same guy who took the Oklahoma flag and planted it in the middle of Ohio State University and said, "Lick my balls."
Yep.
If you don't know who Baker Mayfield is by now, he's walking into the stadium last week doing smelling salts, getting amped up. Like, he's not playing out of his mind. He's playing for the first time in a system that is designed for him with wide receivers who will go get the ball when he throws it, and he doesn't have to worry about them catching it. He's going to throw it to them and give them a chance to make plays. He's also taking a ton of hits and completing the plays when he does. That is something that wherewithal goes undoubtedly disregarded, because if you've got a quick release, you can take the hit and still deliver. I think the Bucks win this game. The money is behind it. You're seeing a lot more on the money line than you are on the spread, and people are picking the spread on this one at a pretty good rate, but the money's about 50-50. And the bets are more heavily favored to the Lions. So when I see that, I see the sharps are starting to take some action on it. The game opened at 6. It's up to 6.5. The big number on this is the game opened at 47 points. It's up to almost 50. So they think the over is going to hit as well. But give me the Bucks and give me the money line on it. I think Baker is playing, the best football of his life. And he is not afraid to go to Detroit. He's not afraid to go to San Francisco. He's not afraid to go to Buffalo. Like right now, he
couldn't put a pin on a map to where Detroit is.
I'll tell you this: there's
I
sometimes
just think he'll struggle with that Detroit crowd. That's what I think. That crowd is going to be electric.
I've been to Detroit and seen games even when they were the playoff hunt. No,
oh, dude, you got to go now, dude. You got to go now. This is a year, man.
You
made the playoff before with Jim Caldwell. I could give two shits about Jim Caldwell.
Have you ever been to Ohio State?
Entire culture around.
Have you ever been to Ohio State?
No, I haven't.
Here's the difference. Ohio State. Here's the difference between Ohio State and Michigan. Michigan seats what, 41,000?
Michigan?
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit seats 41,000.
Detroit? Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Ohio State seats over 110, and he literally talking about one of the most hostile crowds ever. Because at the time, this was the championship. So, this was it. They were going to see who was going to win, and takes the flag and plants it. Nah, he's got cojones. He's not worried about.
No, Detroit. I understand that.
The crowd. That won't bother me.
Why are y'all doing this to this guy? Donnie thinks he's walking into a strip club and asking a stripper for real name.
Bring it on.
What are we talking about?
This was.
Hey, why you got to bring up
Baker Mayfield? Come on.
Hey, why do you got to bring up me knowing strippers' names?
Mayfield is playing his best football.
You're not supposed to ask him.
Yeah. Mayfield's playing his best football. Here's what got me last week about your Detroit team. You get up, you're pounding them, you're doing everything you can, and in the second half, something that I never thought Dan Campbell would do is play not to lose. This is what I couldn't stand about this watching the second half. He played not to fucking lose instead of putting your foot on their throat. And Dan Campbell's an Aggie, brother. I love the guy. I love the guy. I love the guy, man. But you know what? You don't play to fucking lose. And you know what Baker Mayfield does? He plays to slice your fucking throat. He's never going to stop. And if Detroit comes out and gets a lead, which they should at home, there's no doubt they should get a lead at home early in the first half. That second half, if Dan puts away his fucking play calling and puts a collar on his coaches like he did this last week and played not to lose, Nimo's going to leave the back door open, and here comes Baker. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks plus the point. I'm a big Baker fan, man. I'm a big Baker believer. I just think there is a lot of fight in that dog. And for your sake, Brian, I hope I'm wrong. For my pocketbook, I hope I'm right. But I love the Bucks. I mean, I loved them last week when people hated them. But I love the freaking Bucks.
I told you they were going to win.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think fine. I'm hoping we get good games here, and it's not a shit show like last week. But speaking of shit shows, we got the night game. The Chiefs going to the Bills. Okay, I'm really curious to see if everybody, because the Chiefs are winners, right? And you need to go watch some of our NCAA Pick'em podcast, Brian, because everybody except for me and Donnie hated Alabama because Alabama just wins and it's SEC. When are people going to start hating the Chiefs for winning? That's not my thing. When are they going to start hating the Chiefs for winning? So they start hating them now? Do they come to win? Dime Eyes over here in Buffalo, Josh Allen, he's hot. Is he going to stay? I mean, I don't know what to think about this game. I'm curious, but you know what? We're going to start with Russell. Buffalo is 3-point favorite at home.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
ATS records. Russell, what do you think about Buffalo -3 over 45.5?
This is the easiest pick for me, and I'm going to base my whole weekend on the playoffs on this. I think the Bills roll here. I think the dynasty's over. Give me the Bills. Give me the points. Give me the over all day long, baby. I'm going to parlay that.
Okay. We got you. Brian, what do you think about this Chiefs-Bill matchup?
I'm going to go Chiefs in this one. The Bills are playing much better, but I just think Patrick Mahomes is that guy. The regular season, they struggled, but the playoffs, entirely different story. Mahomes, he's a Super Bowl champ. He knows how to get it done in the playoffs. And sure, he might not have as many weapons as he had previously, but he's still got Travis Kelce. The Taylor Swift effect is going to be in full force. I really like the Chiefs in this one.
I got you. Okay. Tristan, what do you think, buddy?
I love how all over the place we are in this podcast.
I know. We're not going to sweep shit this week. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm going with the championship pedigree. I have them in the Super Bowl. I can't fade them now. So I got the Chiefs. I think Spags is going to put Josh Allen in a blender this week. I think Chris Jones, 2 sacks this week. Give me the Chiefs.
Donnie?
I mean, I see it. I see that this game is going to be very tight. 3 is a very, very sharp number. I think this game could easily be a 2-point game, maybe even a 4-point game. 24-21 is a number. 24-20 is a number. So you could literally
classic.
You could flip it either way. I do think the Bills win this just because it is in Buffalo. Good Lord knows what kind of snow they're going to get up there. I mean, we already seen a delay in this situation from last week. So I think this game's super close. I don't like it at all. I don't even like the over on this one. I think Vegas has got this one. They know more money. This game is going to be the most bet game of this week. And they know it because Chiefs fans are crazy. They're going to back their team. Buffalo fans are even crazier. They're going to back their team. So, we're not seeing a lot of line movement, and the public is split 50-50 with the sharps kind of taking I think the Sharps are taking a little less action on this right now. I mean, I don't think they're making a play on it. I don't see it. I can look in the other games and see it, and the Sharps are kind of staying away from this. So that tells me that they're a little worried about that number 2. If I got to pick, I'm going to take the Chiefs to get, a backdoor cover, because I think 3.5 is a very bad number. Again, I think the line is super sharp. I think this is a 24-21 game. 44 points is what I got it at. It's lined up at 45.5, but I could easily see this be like 26-24. So yeah, give me the Chiefs as a backdoor cover, but I don't like it.
I'm going to make it short and sweet here, man. Defense wins championships. Give me the Chiefs plus the points, probably the money line. I just think this is where defense beats offense. I think Spags has something special waiting for Dime Eyes, and that's the way it's going to go. But anyway, best bets real quick, guys. We're running out of time. Donnie, you got any best bets this week?
Bucks.
Bucks.
Just the Bucks.
6.5 for money line.
You can give me the 6.5, but I really like the Bucks, and I love the over on the Texans-Ravens game. So that's
all right, Russ. What do you got, buddy?
I also like the Texans-Ravens. I also like the Bills to cover the 3.5 and the over.
I got you. Brian, what's your best bet or two of the weekend?
I like the Texans, man. Like, the Ravens are expected to win that game, but I mean, DeMeco Ryans, like I said, he's a player's coach. He's changed that coach around. CJ Stroud is just on a whole nother level right now. I really like the Texans.
There you go. Tristan, what's your best bet, buddy?
Ravens minus 9.5, Chiefs money line, Bucks money line.
There we go. I've got two before I let you go. I like both Saturday games to go over the total. Texans, Ravens over 43.5. Packers, Niners over the 50.5. Give me them both to go over the total. Those are my two best bets. Tristan in North Carolina, thank you. Donnie in Tennessee. Russ in Texas. Yeah, you're still here in Texas. And Brian, same thing, man. Hey, thanks for joining, Ryan. Brian, you come around whenever you want. Let me know. Text me. Let me know when you want to be around. Thank you guys for listening in. This is Coach's Call on Tap, NFL Division Round. Pick 'em. I hope everybody's tickets cash. We will see you guys tomorrow. Adios.